Good afternoon, students. Today we will study Unit 1, Lecture 2. Reactions of alcohol. Reaction with sodium. Sodium is alkali metals. Sodium, potassium, these are the alkali metals. When alcohols react with sodium or alkali metals like lithium, potassium, etc., alkoxides are formed with liberation of hydrogen. Alkoxide ion are stronger base than hydroxide. Alkoxide ion are stronger than hydroxide ion. Alkoxide means Ro minus. These are alkoxide. Methanol reacts with sodium to give sodium ethoxide and hydrogen gas. So when alcohols react with sodium, alkoxides are formed. Reaction with hydrogen halide HX. Xa means halogens, fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine. When alcohols react with HCl, HBr, HI, generally primary, secondary or tertiary alkyl halides are obtained. Example 1. Ethyl alcohol reacts with HBr to give ethyl bromide. This is CH3CH2OH ethyl alcohol. When reacts with hydrogen bromide, you are getting ethyl bromide plus H2O. Tertiary butyl alcohol reacts with HBr to give tertiary butyl bromide. So, tertiary butyl alcohol when reacts with HBr, you are getting carbonium and then tertiary butyl bromide is formed. That means when alcohols reacts with hydrogen halide, primary, secondary, tertiary alkyl halides are obtained. Next, esterification. The reaction between an alcohol and a carboxylic acid gives ester, and this reaction is known as esterification reaction. That means reaction between an alcohol and acid is known as esterification reaction. In this example, acetic acid reacts with ethyl alcohol. That is, ethyl alcohol and acetic acid reacts to give ethyl acetate, or we can also call it as ethyl methyl ester. That means when acid and alcohol reacts, we are getting ester. Then oxidation. A. Oxidation with PCC. PCC means pyridinium chlorochromate. C5H6NCrO3Cl. This is PCC, pyridinium chlorochromate. PCC converts alcohol to aldehydes. Example A. Ethyl alcohol in presence of PCC gives acetaldehyde. This ethyl alcohol in the presence of PCC gives acetaldehyde. N-butyl alcohol in presence of PCC gives butyraldehyde. Next oxidation is open air oxidation. Secondary alcohols can be oxidized by alkaline KMnO4 with acetone in presence of aluminum tertiary butoxide catalyst. So this is secondary alcohol. When reacts with acetone, we are getting ketone and 2-propanol. So this is known as open air oxidation. This naming reaction is important. Then oxidation of alcohol by acidic dichromate. K2Cr2O7 oblique H2SO4, that means potassium dichromate in presence of sulfuric acid. So primary alcohol when treated with acidic dichromate, that means potassium dichromate in presence of H2SO4. In first step aldehydes are obtained, then the number of carbon in aldehyde and acid are same. First alcohols gives aldehyde, then on oxidation we are getting acid, and the aldehyde and acid, these are having same number of carbon. So in acetaldehyde 2 carbons, in acetic acid also 2 carbons. The number of carbon atoms are same. When secondary alcohol are oxidized by acidic potassium dichromate, ketones are obtained. This is secondary alcohol. Isopropyl alcohol is secondary alcohol. On reaction with K2Cr2O7 in acidic medium, we are getting acetone. Further oxidation of ketone is difficult. Oxidation under drastic conditions gives carboxylic acid. So it will not react, but under drastic conditions we are getting carboxylic acid with less number of carbon atoms are obtained. So this is acetone. Under drastic condition we are getting acetic acid and formaldehyde. So in isopropyl alcohol we are having 3 carbons, and here lastly in acid there are 2. That means less number of carbon atoms having acid is obtained. When tertiary alcohols are treated with oxidizing reagent, they do not oxidize under normal conditions, but strong acidic oxidizing agent C-C bond breaks on the other side of OH group and alkenes are obtained. On further oxidation, ketones are formed. So this is tertiary alcohol, tertiary butyl alcohol in a strong acidic medium we are getting. So on the OH is there, on this opposite side what is happening here, alkane is obtained, isobutene is formed, and again on further oxidation we are getting acetone. So when tertiary alcohol gives acetone, in between you are having isobutene. This Lucas test. This test is very useful for distinguishing in between primary, secondary and tertiary alcohol. So by this test we can differentiate or distinguish between primary, secondary and tertiary alcohols. When alcohols are heated with concentrated HCl containing anhydrous zinc chloride at room temperature. So alcohols are heated with concentrated HCl with in the presence of anhydrous zinc chloride, we are getting RCl plus H2O. So this tertiary alcohol immediately reacts and form cloudiness. This tertiary alcohol in the presence of concentrated HCl and zinc chloride, you are having immediate cloudiness, means just like cloudiness, the solution is not clear, cloud like things are obtained there, but it is immediately. But secondary alcohol gives cloudiness is obtained after 5 minutes. When you are shaking the test tube, then we are having cloudiness is obtained after 5 minutes. But tertiary alcohol gives immediate cloudiness. And primary alcohol, no cloudiness at room temperature is obtained. Suppose primary alcohol do not react at room temperature. It reacts at high temperature. Only on heating reaction is possible. So at room temperature it does not react. So we can differentiate between tertiary, secondary and primary alcohol by this Lucas test.